Calculate the length of QR. Leave your answer in simplified set form. Okay, let's take a look. In the diagram, P, Q, and R are vertices of triangle PQR. The angle of inclination of QR is theta. Quite basic. And then back to the question 3.1, calculate the length of QR. Leave your answer in simplified set form. Right, so before we solve the question, if you want past papers and study notes, go to allpastpapers.com. I'm actually going to upload the memo to the entire question paper on allpastpapers.com. So if you don't have the time to watch all the videos and see how we go through these questions, you can just go to allpastpapers.com. Right, so the length of QR, let's stick to the very basics. Let's not complicate our lives in any way. So the length of QR would be y squared minus x1, right, squared minus x2 minus, what am I saying, y2 minus y1, not y squared, right, y2 minus y1, and then squared minus x2 minus x1 squared. Right, so QR will be equals to the square root of, what is y2? Let's take r as our second point. So y2 would be 2, and then y1 would be minus 6. So that would be 2 plus 6 squared. Minus x2. x2 would be 12, x1 would be minus 4. So 12 plus 4 squared. This is actually plus and not minus. I'm getting carried away here. I'm trying to finish recording this video as fast as I can so that I can move to the quiz, to the second question, and you guys can, enjoy watching the videos. So the answer that I'm getting here is 8 square root of 5. Right, that is the answer to 3.1. Okay, so 3.2, calculate the gradient of QR. So QR is equals to, well, the gradient of QR, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2, we have the subtractions here actually, right? So that is going to be 2 plus 6 divided by 12 plus 4. 2 plus 6 is 8, 12 plus 4 is 16. So the gradient of QR is 1 over 2. And then 3.3, the size of theta. Theta is the inclination. So tan theta is equals to m. Theta is equals to tan inverse of 1 over 2. So theta is equals to, so tan inverse of 1 over 2, this is 26.57 degrees. So that is the size of angle theta. 3.4, determine the equation of QR. What is happening here? 3.1 to 3.4, that is 8 marks of doing relatively easy and straightforward things. The examiner is very generous in this question. Let's just carry on. QR, so we already have the gradient of QR. So m is 1 over 2. So we have 1 over 2x plus c. And then we just substitute r of coordinates 12 and 2 and find c. So the y value is 2. The x value is 12 plus c. So 2 is equals to 6 plus c. Minus 4 is equals to c. So y is equals to 1 over 2x minus 4. There we go. 3.5, PQRS, in that order, it's a parallelogram. Write down the coordinates of S. So PQRS. Okay. PQRS. So in that order, it's a parallelogram. Write down the coordinates of S. So, okay, well, I can put S there, right? It would still be PQRS. And I can put S here, then it will be PQSR. Okay, so if you put S here, it would be wrong. So S needs to be there so that it is PQRS. Okay, makes sense. I get what is happening. So let's put S there. Let's see our S is there. So we want the coordinates of S. we are actually not going to necessarily calculate the values of S. We're actually going to use translation. Okay, so the difference in the x values of Q and R should be the difference in the x values of P and S if PQRS is indeed a parallelogram. That is a concept that we've talked about time and after time in this channel. So what is the difference in the x values of R and S? The x value of R is 12 and the x value of Q is minus 4. So 12 to minus 4, there's a difference of 16 units. So the x value of P is minus 1. So the x value of S must be minus 1 plus 16, which is 15. So the x value of S is 15. What about the y value? What is the difference in the y values of Q and R? The y value of R, that is 2, and that of S of Q is minus 6. So that is 8 units. So the y value of S would be 8, the y value of P plus 8, the difference in the y values of Q and R, which gives us 16. So the coordinates of S is 15 and 16. 3.5. Okay. 3.6. T is a point on QR such that PT is perpendicular to QR. Calculate the coordinates of T. So we have a scenario like this where we have a point T. So we need the coordinates of T such that PT and QR are perpendicular to each other. That's for 5 marks. It's still a very straightforward question. Let's carry on. So how can we approach the question? It's 5 marks. It's a lot of marks, honestly, for the work that we need to do. But let's go ahead and do the work. We can find the gradient of PT, right, using the gradient of QR and the fact that they're perpendicular to each other. And then we can find the equation of PT and equate the two. That is one way we can solve the equation. There's 2 other ways that I'm thinking of, but obviously, let's just use the first way that I am suggesting. Right, so the gradient of PT multiplied by the gradient of QR is obviously minus 1 because they're perpendicular to each other. So the gradient of PT will be equals to minus 1 divided by not minus but 1 over 2, the gradient of QR. So the gradient of PT is minus 2. So we have y being equals to minus 2x plus c. This is the equation of PT. But obviously, we can find the value of c. Y is 8. And then we have minus 2 minus 1 plus c. So 6 is equals to c. So y is equals to minus 2x plus 6. So that is the equation of PT. But obviously we can say minus 2x plus c is equals to 1 over 2x minus 4, the equation of QR, which we have calculated in one of the equations above. So minus 2x minus 1 over 2x would be minus 5 over 2x. And then that is going to be equals to, so this is plus 6. Minus 4 minus 6, that is minus 10. So x is equals to minus 10 divided by minus 5 over 2. That is 4. And then the corresponding y value will be minus 2, 4 plus 6. So y is equals to minus 8 plus 6, which is equals to minus 2. So the coordinates of t is 4 minus 2. That is 3.6. There we go. 3.7, on the other hand, calculate the area of parallelogram PQRS. So initially, when I saw this question, I thought I'm going to take more time solving this question because I didn't realize that PT is our height. As soon as you realize that PT is your height, then you solve the question with ease because you just use the height and the base, and then you have the area of the entire triangle, therefore, right? Okay, is that right? We're looking for the area of the parallelogram PQRS. Okay, that seems like that seems wrong actually when I'm thinking of it, because I was thinking of calculating the area of triangle PQR. That would work for PQR. It would not work for PQRS, the parallelogram, unless I'm gonna end up calculating the area of the triangle as well. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to go back to the drawing board, or do I just want to carry on doing what I'm doing? Okay, I have an idea. It's actually going to work what I want to do, because PQR is half of the parallelogram PQRS, because PR connects the two vertices, so it cuts the parallelogram in half. So I can calculate the area of the triangle PQR, and then I just multiply it by 2, and then I have the area of the parallelogram PQRS. That actually works. So, right, carrying on with that thought, I will need the base and the height. The base is QR. I already have the length of QR from 3.1. So QR is equals to 8 square root of 5. Right. Is it 8 square root of 5? Yes, it is 8 square root of 5. So that is our base. What I need now is the height. So the height is PT. So I need to calculate the length of PT, therefore. Right. So the length of PT, let me not think of doing anything fancy and just use the distance formula. So T has coordinates. What are the coordinates of T again? PT. Oh, this is T and not P. Okay, 4 as the x value and minus 2 as the y value. Okay, so the difference in the y would be 8 plus 2 squared, right? So 8 plus 2, 8 the y value of P minus 2 the y value of T. Okay, that works. And then minus 1 minus 4 squared. So PT is equals to. So let me put that in my calculator. The answer that I get here is 5 square root of 5. So the area, therefore, of triangle PQR will be equals to the half base multiplied by height. So the base, which is QR, is 8 square root of 5. And then the height, which is PT, is 5 square root of 5. So half multiplied by 8 square root of 5 multiplied by 5 square root of 5 gives us 100. So the area of PQRS will therefore be equals to 200 units squared. Here we go. For past papers and study notes, visit allpastpapers.com. Let me know which video you want me to do next in the comments below. Here we go.